first, the Hayes CISD School Board decided to take a step to give families some reassurance about what they'll do if federal immigration officers show up at their campuses. Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Marin.
And I'm Jennifer Sanders. With more deportations recently under the Trump administration, families have been worried. Jayla Washington reports on a resolution the school board passed and shares some stories of what some students have experienced the last few weeks.
On a typical Tuesday around the lunch hour, we met two moms at a gas station here in Buda.
They came one day and they were upset.
They shared stories from their high school and elementary students.
She was scared to go back to school.
Stories of their children's friends impacted by recent deportations.
They said, Mommy, a friend of ours were crying today at the cafeteria, and then the immigration took her dad.
A lot of parents were keeping their kids at home.
Yes.
All those in favor?
It's hearing about things like this that led the Hayes CISD School Board to pass a new resolution Monday.
And it's also important to acknowledge that, these kids attend our campuses, they play on our teams, they're in our clubs, they win awards. They make Hayes CISD the special place that it is.
Motion carries.
In a 7-0 vote, the board reaffirmed admission, safety, and privacy for its students, and how to handle possible ICE campus visits. Some school board trustees, though,
I've wanted to be very careful about bringing politics into our school.
Had other concerns about taking this formal stance.
We don't need a resolution to say that we're going to do these things. I mean, that's where I'm struggling. I think this can be a slippery slope. I don't want to put a target on our back for the state of Texas.
Still, these two moms feel families need the weighted support.
It makes us feel protected, because we have family members that still are, impacted.
Jayla Washington, KXAN News.
And federal immigration officers have not shown up to campuses recently, according to the district's superintendent. Now, the resolution says there will be a designated person at the district's central office who would handle any possible situation like this while making sure the district follows the law. Now, for some insight, teachers have a federal right to protect their students' information. This is possible under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, established as federal law in 1974. However, there are legal exceptions for things like court orders, or subpoenas. Also, while students are only allowed to be released into the custody of a parent or someone authorized by a district employee, if there is a court order, ICE would be allowed to take a student if an agent is in possession of a warrant. And teachers can also be arrested for not complying with the warrant or court order.